camera, a little mini camera that I'm hopefully going to be running here pretty soon for some different things. But second off, we're going to run and do a Murph. Alright, it's really late, probably later than I should be doing this at night. But we're going to run it, and I'll explain why afterwards. But yeah, so if you're watching this, we're doing a Murph. Let's do this thing. Hey guys, sorry about the horrible light here, but it's 10:20 and my neighbors right across there probably aren't going to want me to be sitting here yapping for long, so let's make this quick and short. That was a Murph. That was a poor excuse for a Murph, but that was a Murph. 1 mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and another mile. Total time, I'll show it in here, I can't remember, it was like 45 minutes I think. Not a great time, and I'll be completely honest with you, my pull-ups are extremely, I probably only got like 10 good pulls in. The rest were assisted and then negatives and just a bunch of mess like that. Y'all know my story with my hands, so you know I haven't been doing pull-ups for a long time. No excuse, I wanted to do as much as I could, as much of the 100 of them as I could, without pulling anything before the games, so I did my best, and nothing broke as far as I can tell, but I did my best. Now let's talk about it real quick. The reason why. You see people do these things sometimes, and then even right now, currently, as of September 11th, today's September 11th, and this goes into the reason why I'm doing Murph today, and why I did it at 10 o'clock at night. I wanted to get it done today because it is September 11th, and September 11th and these kind of Murphs, you see people do Murphs and things for soldiers, Marines, sailors, folks that have died, people that they want to, remember. You see them do it, the 22-day challenge, the 22 push-ups a day. I'm doing that currently because my wife tagged me on it. But you see people do these things. I've got the question before as why would you do that? Like that doesn't do anybody any good. It's not like you're donating money to, the families, or you're not doing anything. You're just drawing attention to yourself, and it's just a selfish, look at me, I'm cool kind of thing. Well, let me back up real quick. I'm going to keep this short and sweet as best I can. What I'm trying to say is there were a lot of people that died. Okay, a lot of civilians, a lot of military, a lot of law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, first responder people. A lot of people died. Okay, and as a nation as a whole, saying we will never forget. That was nice at the time. What I'm saying now is I think most people have actually forgotten. They've let loose of that. They don't care. It's not relevant to them anymore. They don't remember it happening, so they don't care. Well, people like me, we remember that, right? We remember those things. And so me doing this is not saying, look at me. Me doing this is kind of not that great with words, but it's an extension to the family members of the people that lost somebody. It's an extension to, the first responders, the military families that not only lost somebody, but that are affected by this. There's folks that have cancer and just messed up lungs and bad, horrible medical conditions because of those incidents on that day. And me doing this is basically me saying, I haven't forgotten you. I haven't forgotten your sacrifice, whether that be the sacrifice of the dead, the person that passed on, that gave their life selflessly. How many people selflessly gave their lives that we'll never know their names? It's those kind of things, they wrench at me. They really, really wrench at me. And people just forget that. People just let that go away, and it's just not right. I don't think it's right. So I think as a day that we set aside, whatever kind of weird conspiracy things people can say about 9/11, yeah, okay, stuff might have happened. I don't know, and I don't care. That's not what this whole thing's about. This whole thing for me is about remembering the people who selflessly gave. Just like Jesus, he selflessly gave himself for us. That means, it says it in the Bible, what greater love had no man than this, than he laid down his life for his friend. People literally did that day. Okay, and people literally did that because of those events. The soldiers, the sailors and Marines that went out and fought battles because of those events. They gave their lives, not only for their brethren, for themselves, for their squad mates, whatever, but they gave them for you. The individuals watching this video that don't even know the names of those military folks or those law enforcement folks or whoever, EMS folks, whatever, firefighters, you don't even know their names, but they gave their lives for you, so that you can have a better future. That's really what all this is about, to bring attention back to those individuals. So I know it's past September 11th now whenever I post this, but if you see a cop, if you see an EMS guy, if you see a firefighter, if you see anybody that you know in law enforcement, military, whatever, those first responder people, give them a shout out, give them a heads up and tell them thank you, even though they may not even know what it's for. That's one of the greatest things, is to receive just a little extension of gratitude from the public. I could tell you firsthand, law enforcement, military, those little things, even a nod, can go a long way in changing somebody's life like that. So anyway, that's what this is about. Poor excuse for a Murph. I wish I could have done better. Maybe next year I'll be more up to par doing all this kind of stuff. But God bless y'all, law enforcement, military, first responder folks, EMS, firefighters. Don't want to leave anybody out. So y'all all do the same basic job of selflessly giving yourself for the public and for each other. All right? Enough of that. I'm going to start crying. I'm going to take a shower, go to bed. My neighbors, hopefully, they don't get mad at me for making this video at night. All right? Y'all be good, be safe. We'll catch you on the next video.